I'm calling this meeting to order of the Berlin Cultural Council for September 16th, 2022 at 7:30 PM. Pursuant to Governor Baker's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, this meeting is occurring remotely and as such is also being recorded for transmission on both Berlin Cable Television Access Channel and YouTube. Your voice, image, and or phone number may be recorded. Ah, am I still on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it just told me I was signed off, which
No,
was
we see
the
you.
reason.
See and hear you.
Okay. And who the hell is calling me? Okay. So the first order of business is, since we have all been reappointed to new terms, is the roles. I have chaired this meeting to this point as the past chair. Do we have any nominations for chair for our current term?
I
Yeah.
nominate you.
Okay, do we have a second for
A
that?
second.
Okay. Let's bring that to a vote. I accept the nomination, by the way. Jess, yay or nay?
Yes, please.
Deborah, yay or nay?
Yay.
And I will vote in favor of myself. The full quorum for that. So, oh, we have Karen. Oh, on.
Deborah, can I nominate you for treasurer?
You may.
Oh, good.
There's Karen.
There we go.
Hi, Karen.
Hello.
There she is. Unmute, Karen.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Good now.
Hi, Karen.
Hi,
Hello. So
good
we
evening, everyone.
so we have gone as far as starting to reappoint roles. So you just missed me getting reelected as our chair.
I'm the chair now.
No, you missed me getting.
Wait,
That's what you get for being late.
We should have done that, but that moment. No, so yeah. So I was just reappointed chair, and I think as you were coming in, just you nominated Deborah to be treasurer again.
Oh, I was making sure it was okay with her if I did.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yay. I second both.
Okay.
okay. So
So I'll
so-
not, oh no, I just lost minutes. Get them back. That's bad.
compared to all the other things we lose, I would not lose any sleep over lost minutes.
I don't want to have to redo them though.
Oh,
You might not lose sleep over it, but I'm the one who has to redo them. Where the heck is my undo button?
how about Control Z, depending on where you're in.
I will try it. Yay, thank you. That's it. Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay, because that would have really been sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best word I can use on live recordings.
So I think then we've had a nomination and second for Deborah as treasurer. So I will
Yes.
bring that to a vote. Jess, yay or nay?
Yes, please.
Deborah, yay or nay?
Yay.
Okay. Karen, yay or nay?
Yay.
And I will vote in favor of that as well. Thank you for continuing as treasurer, Deborah.
You
And
are-
now, Jess, can we interest you in being clerk some more?
Yes, I'd be fine with that. unless somebody else wants the opportunity. I guess Karen, that would be unless you want the opportunity. I
For
don't
what
mind
do you
doing,
want? Do
I
we-
don't mind doing it, but if you would like it,
Oh my
the
God.
being secretary.
Secretary. When does that start? Next time?
It's completely up to you. If you would like to do it, it can be yours next time. If
Okay, I can
you
do
don't
that.
want any part of it, I don't mind doing it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jessica.
Okay, so
Yay,
who are we nominating?
Jessica, probably.
Okay,
Okay, okay,
And I'll second Jessica's.
okay. Okay, so Jessica for clerk. So Jess, how do you vote?
I say yes, that's fine. Thank
Okay.
you.
Deborah,
Yes,
Karen,
Yay, yes.
okay, and I will vote for that as well. So that little bit of bureaucracy is taken care of. That brings us to the treasurer's report, and thank you for sending that in the PDF. That
okay.
was helpful. Is there anything you want to say about that?
No, just everything is in place. John Root is supposed to be doing his thing on, I believe it's October 13th via Zoom. And
Yeah.
it's going to be Conservation Commission is going to host it.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw that on the poster. I was not sure why, if it's Zoom, they needed to be hosting it, but
I guess they just needed somebody to be controlling it because he was using a town Zoom account. It is not
Yeah.
his own Zoom account, which was a little confusing to the AgCom when they were saying, he had said he would do a Zoom presentation and then or an in-person, and they were pushing for in-person, but then when that became difficult, they said, okay, do Zoom, and then all of a sudden he didn't have a Zoom platform, so
yeah,
he went through the town, conservation picked it up, and
okay, so then probably it'll be on one of these accounts, and Carolyn is probably gonna be
yes,
hosting it, because
yes, yes,
she's the one who, for community preservation, she is the one who hosts with the town account for that, so I imagine. Yeah, we got an email earlier in the week that was directed to us, to Carl and Cable Access and Mary Arata asking, if anyone had any additional places to advertise or something of that nature. I know as the poster, but I sure as heck am not printing it out.
no,
And
I will put it out to the community garden
okay,
so that they know that it's happening, because that was basically the audience that the AgCom was going for, as well as other community members who might be interested in attracting beneficial insects and butterflies and bees to the gardens that they have in town. So anyway, that's happening. The only other thing with I put in the report everything that we've sent out has been paid and is ready to be paid. And the only people that I have not received anything from, but I haven't been to the town offices for probably about 3 or 4 days now, are Meredith Charles, the Neshoba Symphonic, and the Old Methodist Episcopal Church.
yeah,
Some-
not 19 Carter. Yeah, I think Abby said that she had put something, and I think that should be there. She was saying something about that.
Okay, I'll be home next Wednesday. I'll try to get late Wednesday unless the weather's crappy. And I will try to get over there on Thursday to see what's in there to sign off, but everything's accounted for. And then for this year's cycle, we have the usual 1,500 from the Berlin line item for Cultural Council, and we have, we were awarded $5,500 from MCC. So that means this year, when we're looking at granting, we have $7,000 to grant, which is a nice amount.
Yeah. And I was looking thus far, we've only had one applicant, so of course it's still only like a third of the way through the time frame. Thus far, we have Matt York, who did, I believe, the Highwayman presentation that
Mhm.
or music thing. The grant for this year is one that is just centered around Johnny Cash, and I think it's for about the same amount of money, maybe a little bit less than this past year. That's the only one that has come in thus.
Well, we know they'll all come in at the last minute.
Yeah. Also, that going to skip ahead, I guess one. So since we didn't have our meeting last month, never reviewed the advertisement or put anything out.
Oh. I've been
Uh,
meaning to. I'm sorry.
No,
It's been on
that's
my
a,
mind today.
it-
To put it in the Berlin Connect.
Yeah.
Not Berlin Connect, yeah, Berlin
the Neighbors Connect, yeah.
Neighbors Connect, yeah. I can still do it, right? Well, yeah, I should do it
Yeah.
as soon as possible, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, people still have a month, like, I have been aware we hadn't done it, and honestly, I want to just wait till this meeting, not
Okay,
trying to, but I presume we'll, other than updating whatever, it says for the deadline date, I don't think there's anything we would want to update about our advertisement. I don't even remember exactly what it says. I think,
it was an invitation. Didn't I have a link with it? Like a link specifically to the Berlin page? I have to go back and check. There's a history there, right, on the page? Like if I go back to like last year, I could find what I did and then redo it.
might be searching for something on the Facebook page might be a little challenging. I mean, I think you could go back, but I think, I know, at least I'm not good at finding old posts, but we have,
I mean, I can do my own word crafting, fresh word crafting anyway.
Yeah.
But I think the essential thing is, I think I included a link of some sort, and it was probably to Mass Cultural Council. I'm not sure if it was specifically to Berlin Cultural Council, but I can look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have also, well, I guess if you did it last year, when did they switch over to that Simple Safe thing, which is like, or simple
Smart,
what?
simple, which is neither smart nor simple, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was last year.
Yeah,
You-
your post is visible from August 29th, 2021. You can
I was
get
on the
it,
ball back then.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's there.
okay,
You can
good.
just do a search,
Okay,
just do a search on Cultural Council, you'll be able to pull it up.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we are good with whatever wording you want to do on that. At least I'm good with that. I have no particular. And I think we can. I'm not sure if we ever did get it into the newspaper last year, but I think at this point, we probably don't want to bother with that. I think, I mean, if any other towns have advertised it, people would know that this is going on, so I don't think
Okay.
it's, a multi-town paper that we need to go through the effort at this point of,
Given we're
getting it.
really looking for people you know, we're looking for things that are specific to our town as priorities usually. I think just
Yeah,
putting the word out as a reminder to people in our
Okay.
town seems
Yeah,
plenty, like the library always, they know, the school, you know, the PTO knows.
yeah,
Mountain
well,
Carter knows,
yeah.
the
Well,
seniors know.
I might shoot out
Mountain Carter, Debbie.
an email to the usual suspects just to remind them that the cycle is going on.
So
Yeah, I don't,
October 15th, right? Yeah,
17th
okay,
this year.
okay.
And now jumping back to the previous point on the agenda is, so apparently at some point the community survey thing became annual instead of every 3 years, and yeah, COVID happened. I don't know when it changed. I really don't. It'd be nice if we can get back into compliance, but I'm fully unconcerned about having dropped the ball on that. But that brings the question of whether we want to just do I think last time we did a survey, I think a Survey Monkey thing, I want to say, or something of that nature.
You know, I saw that on the Facebook thing too, and I didn't stop to see what the hang on, because I know I did it and I could not tell you what I used. So let's just see if I can quickly find it.
Well, my question more is, do we want to just go with doing that kind of thing again, or do we want to,
We did it as a
Oh.
Google Doc.
okay. But do we want to
Oh,
go for that again for a survey, or do we want to have like an actual like public hearing type, you know,
Sorry, I'm just speaking for myself.
so when we say Google Doc, was it like Doodle? That's Google, right? Doodles.
No,
like
it
the-
was Google. It was Google. It was
Was
a
it Google?
Google
Okay.
Doc.
Oh, I
Um,
remember that. Okay.
okay, well,
Yeah.
it sounds then like the consensus is that we want to handle this by a survey again. That seems to be what the expression on.
Is it,
Well, I'm not trying to speak for the whole group. I just,
no, I think a survey of the town people is important, but I also think some kind of feedback from the actual people who attend these things would be important. And is this
Yeah.
something we can put on to the people who receive the grants? As part of them receiving the grant, can we ask them to also submit to us after a performance or whatever, how many people were in attendance? You know, some kind of feedback that they need to, I know it's not written in our priorities, but is it something that we can say, we need feedback from you? They're the ones who are doing the performing. So can they let us know how many people were there? And
I
if-
think we could probably do that. I'd hesitate to say in anything that we need it done. I think perhaps if we provided some sort of form or whatever and requested that be part of what they give to us, and then if we get it, great. If not, you know, I don't think that's anything, at least as of this year, that would be good to you know, take issue if someone didn't provide it, but that is something, assuming we get on the ball better before next year we could, put that, I think, as in our priorities for next year, but I think having a request for information.
or even from the sponsor of the group, because don't our priorities say that they need to have a sponsor in the town? And
Mhm.
ask the sponsor, because somebody from whoever is sponsoring the event should be probably attending the event. So could they not provide us with that information?
Yeah,
Mm. I thought Bob usually is pretty good about that.
I was gonna say,
The library, because I know if we've done, like, I've gone to some of Meredith's improv things, he would come at the end to make sure, like, there was some record of who would, how many people attended and whatnot.
yeah. Well,
that
anything
was
that
my
happens that
experience with library ones too.
19 Carter will have a head count to it. That's something that we
Okay.
try to do there. So
Well,
yeah, the information we do get some of the time, we can get some of the time. So I think, yeah, we can include a request for that and can, before we get to that point, then just one of us can, maybe work up a proposal of what exactly we want to ask. Because I don't think we need to figure that out tonight. But
Mhm.
No, but just frame up how we want to be able to do what they're asking us to do about
Yeah.
once a year.
I do think though, having a general community survey would be good, perhaps. Still don't know yet whether we're going to end up having like a fall town meeting or not, but that, like, if we do have one, that might be a good time to try to have something ready, and then that's something where we can like have them put out, a link to whatever we put out there, and also put out like a link to it on Neighbors Connect. I mean, since we have already for this, like, we are already behind. I don't think it matters too much exactly when we get it done, but I think that having something like that happening, for before the end of the calendar year, I think might be good. If we can, you know, at least try to get the ball rolling on those sorts of things, so it, doesn't wait till the spring. I don't think worry too much about specific night. So yeah, and that would get us to whatever changes we might want to make to the council priorities. So I think, generally speaking, what we've had thus far has been okay. I imagine we would have pretty much just copy pasted this year anyways, had we been able to meet on that officially. So I think the only other item I had on the agenda was discussing when we would meet again. I think so. After our last meeting didn't happen, back and forth with Mary, but and it's funny too. I saw Mary Arata a couple days ago at the general store, and she apologized again for having that goof. But I think we're currently, I think, booked for this time every Friday. Not that we would meet, but like the time is already booked if we continued with 7:30 on Friday. So it would just be a matter of getting the link. But since no one else meets at this time, it was suggested just being for seemed like an all right thing to do, because it, as in my conversations with folks, I think we want to continue with this time unless this time doesn't work for people.
fine for me, but
I'm
It's okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Most of the time, this is fine for me.
Mhm.
It looks like I will continue to have Fridays as a day off, so it works for me too. So I was, obviously we will I think before we would, I don't think we need to meet again before the cycle is to a point of being able to start making decisions on. I think any of the survey stuff we can do work and come back together for a couple minutes on it when our next meeting is, but I think probably wait to meet until panel books or whatever they're called now are ready, so that closes the 17th. So I was thinking, what day was I thinking? So, what? Would November 11th be a good time in theory to meet?
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
would,
November 11th is okay.
Does it matter that it's Veterans Day?
Hmm.
It's fine for me to meet, but I don't know for the town. Does it matter?
Yeah, fine for me too, but I agree, it is Veterans Day, that there, who knows if there's
Yeah, I just don't know if there's any town.
a rule against
Right.
meeting on a holiday.
I hope not, because November 18th is the day before the craft fair, and I'm setting up that night, and the 25th is Thanksgiving weekend, so the 11th is the only, you know, if we're gonna do it, like, it
It's
might be-
totally fine for me. I just,
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Yeah.
just mentioning that it is Veterans Day in case
yeah,
there's
so I
issues,
will,
legal
yeah,
issues.
I will check up on that some point soon, but I think,
So do you want to choose a backup in case the 11th is not good? Can we back it up a week if 11 doesn't work? Does
Fourth, like
the
the
4th
fourth.
work?
I
of course,
think
it's less
fourth is-
ideal for me, but could do that if the 11th doesn't work.
Okay,
I'm thinking, fortunately, we have until like January to have everything done, so I think if we have like our meeting in November to vote on what ones we're approving, and then sometime in December for the money, we should be in good shape for what we need to do. So yeah, so do we want to do the 11th with backup as the 4th?
yeah,
Yes.
I don't know how quickly we'll get the books, but I should think with their new system and everything, that even the 4th would give us enough time to hopefully look through that.
So the next meeting would be for us to look through it, and then we would need to have the next meeting to assign the amounts of the grant. So
Yeah,
maybe we
so
should-
so
Well, this
no,
next week
November
is
vote
yes or
on
no.
grants, December vote on money.
Okay,
mm,
So that good with everyone?
yeah.
Sure.
The next one's
Okay.
like the yes or no meeting, yeah.
So I don't have anything else I can think of. Does anyone else have anything?
I just want to say that I haven't gotten the financial report from June that I usually have by now about to submit to the Massachusetts Cultural Council that you may have been receiving notes about.
Mm,
It could be in the mailbox. I'm away, so I haven't checked it, but when I get back next week, I will. And if she hasn't given it to me, I know she's been very busy with the transition with the what is it called? The town administrator.
Yeah.
If it's not in the mailbox, usually she emails it to me, but if it's not in the mailbox, I'll contact her and find out and take care of that, because I think it needs to be into the cultural council by the middle of October. Well, it has
Yeah.
to be by the end of September, and then I have to have that paperwork done by the middle of October.
Yeah, yeah, I think the deadline on that is the same day that the application close. Yeah, and I think I want to say today is the day that the new town administrator was officially starting, and so that will have June just back to town accountant. I noticed when I was looking through my agenda before the meeting that I had not changed wherever it said, contact, if you need, ADA compliance for a meeting, contact the town administrator. I still had Margaret's name on that.
Hmm.
Fortunately, that's a little bit of failure on my part. That probably doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah, and I have a meeting scheduled next week with I guess all of the various department chairs get an hour meeting to meet the new town administrator. So next Friday afternoon, got to meet to
Who is it?
Forget her name. That's terrible.
I didn't even realize Margaret had left, so.
yeah, I was surprised when we had our meeting failure last time and June was getting DC to that. I was wholly unaware that Margaret had left and that someone new was being hired, which I'm kind of, I mean, there are people more involved with things, but I'm kind of surprised that I had not heard anything about.
So when are you meeting with her?
Next Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Kristen Rubin, that's her name.
Mhm.
There's also the coffee talk with the Board of Selectmen next week. On Thursday, she will be involved with that as well.
Where is that, at 19 Carter?
Yeah, I think no, it's going to be both in person and virtual, but in person, it's gonna be in room 227 of the town offices.
Okay. I know they had been doing things at 19 Carter for a while.
Yeah. But okay, so. Does
Would you
anyone
like-
want?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you if we had a motion to adjourn, but did you?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay,
Would you like a motion to adjourn, MJ?
I think that would be helpful.
Okay, would somebody like to
Wow.
second that?
I second the motion to adjourn.
All right.
Okay, and that is a motion that can't be discussed, so, yes, yay or nay?
Yay.
Deborah,
Yay.
Karen,
Yay.
and I also support the motion to adjourn.
Great. So
We
you'll
are
just
adjourned.